Hey everyone, so today I want to look at another filament dryer and to see how we mounted our spin coater components in it. We wanted to provide a spin coating environment that has some level of environmental control. Alright, so this one is from a company called Kumgro, and unlike the previous one we looked at, the temperature range of this goes from about 40 degrees all the way up to 70 degrees, so it has a little bit, so it has a bit of an advantage over the previous one. And another thing we liked about this one is that there is already a port in the top of it for, let's say, if you want to stick a syringe in to deposit the coating solution. So definitely a big plus on this one compared to the other one. And the price differential between the two of them was only $20. So the previous filament dryer we looked at was $40. This one we picked up for $60. So it's a pretty good little machine. Now, there's a little bit of a challenge with this one compared to the other one. The first filament dryer we looked at, to mount our spin coater components, and it was relatively straightforward because there was a rack inside that we just bolted the components onto directly. This one, there wasn't an option. We actually had to drill 4 holes on the side to kind of put clips in there for our spin coater components. But in general, the modification wasn't too difficult given the benefits this one has compared to the other one. So let's see how this works, and we'll talk about some of the benefits of this one compared to the previous filament dryer. Alright, so again, we're going to be using our Fidgets high-speed stepper motor driver and our Raspberry Pi, and we're going to be doing a remote connection to the laptop for control. Alright, so let's just turn it on. So the touch panel here is not that sensitive, so that's one of the complaints about this, but it does work relatively well. So you have a range of temperatures you can select. We don't really want to go. And it's a bit on the louder side, but again, your spin coating doesn't really matter. So let's turn it on and let's see how well that works. Again, we like this because there's a port right on top of it, so we could just directly put our a syringe with your coating solution directly to the top without any further modification. So it works out real well like this. So what is the potential use case of this? Again, it's really just a situation where you are coating, I would say, multiple layers of a high boiling point solvent, which is non-flammable. And non-flammable is very important. These things are pretty well sealed, and if you put in coating something that's flammable in there, there's a potential for an explosion to occur, because in addition to the heating element, there's also a fan in there. And given the price point of this, it wouldn't surprise us at all if that motor is sparking every once in a while. So what solvents you can use here, you probably just limit it to like the high, something like water or ethylene glycol, and you have to do more, do one coat dry, do another coat dry, and so forth. So again, even though it's an environmental control box, so to speak, it's rather limited in what you could do with it as far as different solutions you could coat or anything like that. But if you're in a situation where you are coating aqueous-based solutions and you have to dry it off, and you want to speed that process up, that's one way to go. And again, given the price point of the actual filament dryer and how relatively easy it is to put spin coating components inside of it, it's worth a try if that's the situation you find yourself in. Obviously, getting a glove box, it would be a much more flexible approach to doing that. But that's it. It works pretty well, and we'll definitely recommend doing a setup like this if you find yourself needing to spin coat any aqueous solution and you have to do multiple coats.